All right, so I went through the chemically induced changes in behavior. Okay, think about two emos conversing, the cultural language barriers there, the devil's tune, the tone when they teach. Right, the school is structured for a bunch of beta male bitches. It's a beta male culture. There's certain genetic and cultural proclivities, if you will, to systems of learning and modes of learning, ways of learning, oral, written, presentations, right, and so on. Right? For example, if an emo was presenting to a group of emos and there was one alpha male, who would you expect to do best in the class? Certainly you'd expect the emos to do better, generally speaking, right? If they had about the same intelligence, which is doubtful because the alpha male tends to be smarter and he comes from a line of people who are smarter. That's why part of why it's so important for them to dominate things, because it has implications on intelligence. But when you cheat, it has implications on inferior intelligence. If you are a cheating culture, a crony capitalist culture, you must accept being inferior minds. Superior people do not cheat. If I can win the race against a bunch of people, and I have honor especially, what the fuck am I going to cheat for? Even if I don't have honor, what the fuck? How is it in my best interest, even if I don't have honor, if I'm going to win the race? Why should I risk being disqualified or being made a fool of? Like they're being made a fool of whether they admit it or not. Certainly they have admitted that they are inferior by knowing they have a crony capitalist culture. Both major parties even admit that. The subject matter and the style of the presentation also factor in. How offensive it can be can include the classroom itself and the participants, your classmates, right? Teammates, shipmates, classmates, relationships, sponsorship, right? All these things I've gone over before. The people in it, the atmosphere, right? The chi, the key versus the ka. The key. What is key to victory? Right? That gender-neutral spirit that you work with with other beta males. Right? That's what the chi is. Okay? So when we look at the word chiuku, right, it is a pronunciation that was insisted upon by a bunch of beta males in that respective culture. In reality, the idea in its pure form is the ka. It's the same with Igbo. Right? In reality, it's spelled with an I because it's really Abba, father, Aba. That is the body that contains the soul. The soul is the ba that revisits the body from time to time. Thus, the Egyptians building the elaborate tombs and pyramids and burial chambers and so on. The alpha male barrier is part of the problem. It is a beta male culture where we screen out alpha males and people who are more like them, because alpha male is the one dominant, right? A1, right? The alpha, the falcon. So jocks, gangsters, martial artists, boxers, people who seem to be more like alpha males in that aspect, who may or may not be fucking idiots in this culture. Okay, they have a harder time. You know, fuck, they want to sit there listen to some beta male talk some bitch shit for. You know, imagine a big tough guy in a knitting class or a Barbie, how to make a Barbie doll. What the fuck do I give a shit for? You better believe I'm gonna be on my phone texting away or something. Man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Why do I want to learn to be a bitch, a professional bitch in some bitch school? That's what education is. The education system is a bunch of bitch schools. How to be a bitch. Fuck, I want to learn how to be a bitch for. Live a shallow ass crony capitalist life. Fuck that shit. Anyway, school is for beta males. When we look at the natural alpha male definition, right? It says he's the king, the protector, the provider, the comforter. Haru was the was the protector. And only using that righteous indignation that he's cultivated, from love of man, right? He loves, right? It is survival, empathy. Then you graduate to justice when you become an evolved, civilized person. You're no longer so concerned with survival. You're concerned with justice. You're willing to fight and die for what you believe. Justice is more important than survival or empathy. Right? I've stabbed this person. That hurts. Maybe I should stop stabbing him. No, this is justice. Let me finish him off so he doesn't go rape and kill everybody like we see in this culture in various forms. Disgraceful. Survival, it goes to justice, then to love. Okay, and to achieve justice, you have to cultivate love with righteous indignation. Right? That is the higher form of justice. So you go justice, love. Now that I have that love and I consider justice, let me use that love as an alpha male to cultivate the spirit of righteous indignation naturally and strike down my enemy. I'll stop there for now.